As time moves forward, I'm always countlessly surprised as to when someone makes an argument, especially in a very public forum, say a courtroom, that is not really well thought out and really does a huge disservice to the case they're trying to make. Now, this was shown earlier this week in Connecticut by Patricia and Wesley Galloway as they argued against the lifting of a ban on same-sex marriages in Connecticut. Now, if you're unaware, the appeals court has finally lifted that ban, and Connecticut is yet another state allowing such marriages. Now, the Galloways testified that while they were a religious couple, their basis for opposing same-sex marriages was founded in biology and not theology. In fact, they went on record as saying, it takes a man and a woman to create children and thus to create a family. Now, the New York Times article went on to discuss how they were separating their religious beliefs from their biological statements. But their argument was fundamentally flawed on two different counts, both on a religious account and from a secular application of their assertion. Now, first let me say that the Galloways claim that it takes a man and a woman to create a children is absolutely true. While technically in today's society and today's scientific community, you really don't actually have to have a physical union to do such. You just need the gametes to be brought together in a test tube. But that's besides the fact. Their statements, as it was led out to me in the article, continues to infer that children are the root of marriage and family. Thus, by their reasoning, the chain of events to form such is that a man meets a woman, they decide to get married and have children. Now, there's all kinds of data on both the positive and negative aspects of parenting, both with a single-parent household, a heterosexual household, and a homosexually led household. And that's neither here or there. That is irrelevant to the article. What I find flawed is that this 60-year-old married couple who is childless is advocating that the reason to get married is so that you can have and raise children. Now, I've always said that I agree with that statement, that the purpose of marriage, which has its roots in religion, was always designed to be a union between a man and a woman to have children. And that is my religious definition of marriage. By that same token, marriage is not something that a heterosexual couple who does not intend to have children should enter into. And by extension of that, same-sex couples. There's no reason to get married in a religious sense if you're not going to raise a family. But that implication does not really fall to the outside world, does not fall to the secular society. And that's what I find very interesting and where the Galloways really fall short. Because in secular society, marriage, as it is defined in secular society, dates back to the 1500s when governments wanted to get involved with marriage, not to augment the church process, but rather to establish a way to collect taxes, to secure the transfer of property upon death, and to hold people accountable for debts. That is why there is a governmental process in marriage, nothing more. Given this, governments really need to step back and relinquish the term marriage back to the clergy where it rightfully deserves to reside. The term civil union is more adequately and more accurately reflective of when two adults who love each other want to spend their lives together, want to pay taxes together, want to secure loans and pay off debts together, and want to transfer property and certain rights to one another. That is what governments need to be involved with, not the religious term of marriage.